if it was Nintendo, that is something I would expect. But this guy from like Latvia or wherever, or fucking, like, I don't
like a slur. That's crazy.
Like,
This guy from Latvia.
Stomping Koopas.
Hey, I'll drink to that.
What does that say?
Daddy's sippy cup. That is what that says.
You never.
You literally showed it to the camera, like, intentionally, man. Like, yeah, we saw it, you know.
Oh, what this?
Listen, man, I want any excuse to show off this koozie. I'm gonna take it.
Why? Why would you want to show it off? Is it?
Because who the fuck would make a koozie that says this? That's awesome.
Who would buy one?
You bought that with your own money.
Evidently.
It was like $3 or something.
He won't buy a computer,
That's
but
$3
he'll
you could
buy
have
that.
spent on, like,
That's crazy.
I don't know,
what?
Dairy Queen, fucking
I would have bought
something.
Dairy
A
Queen.
coffee? I don't fucking know.
I would have bought 2 Taco Bell soft tacos with that.
I would rather just get
Cole,
like
has
the
anyone
$5
ever
or
told you
$7
you're, like-
value box.
First it's the propaganda shit, then it's like the fucking Wii remote. Now it's like wasting $3 on something that clearly looks like
Dude, I got Daddy's sippy cup and a Wii remote. I'm a happy man.
that's some king shit. This is just king. This
Well,
is
that's
just king
going
shit
on
at this point.
Blue Sky.
This is bait.
I got Daddy's
this is
sippy cup
bait.
and
This is
Wii
also
remote.
going on Blue Sky, and this is also going in the intro of the podcast. Welcome, no one. I'm Nestani.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast. Oh, he's mad. that I said
Nestani already
welcome back.
introed
I already
himself.
introed myself.
Nestani
You
already
just weren't listening
Oh,
to
you
me,
did?
as per usual. Jaxler doesn't like listening to black people. It's unfortunate. Anyway, go ahead.
This is true. I'm Jaxler, somebody who does. It's not that I don't listen to black people. I just don't listen to people. Period. So
So the statement's
My
still
name
true.
is DECosmic.
Yeah, statement is still true.
by technicality,
Okay, the third white person. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Oh, I didn't hear Cosmic say. I'm Collier.
This is, guys.
I didn't hear Cosmic.
There's a whole lot of
Cosmic is
not
like-
listening
you know,
to
this is-
black
this is
people and not
POV
listening
Cosmic.
to
He's
old
just like,
people on this
"My name
on
is
this
Cosmic.
podcast. I feel like
My name is
there's some
Cosmic.
discrimination happening here.
I like the PlayStation 2 and my PSTV AQGQK.
hey guys, I wasn't recording. Can we restart the intro?
No, we're going.
can't
This is
do
the
it.
start of the podcast, everyone. You know, sometimes,
joking.
Okay,
you know, we
that's
really
fine.
fell from grace. We
It's a
had
bit.
GTM on episode, and now we can't even like start
Yeah,
our
now
own
we're
podcast.
just-
Yeah, it's
This
all
is-
downhill from here, bro.
Yeah.
It's
It's clear that he just carried us
Welcome
for
to
like the
Milo.
last
Yeah,
episode.
maybe I should have.
so-
Maybe I should have picked up Mario 64 this past week. Like, you know, maybe that's what we
Yeah,
needed.
maybe.
The lift that we
Dude,
needed
you
from
fumbled-
learning
you
16.
fumbled.
Maybe I
stuff.
should have done.
you
maybe I
fumbled
should've
a
done
16-star
something
baddie.
this
That's
last
crazy.
week.
That's true. People have been saying it.
Why did I say that?
I don't know,
Anyway.
but you know, I will clip that as well.
Here we are.
Um,
We're doing it.
and I'll splice it together so you say GTM and then, you know, followed by that sentence.
Thanks. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where are we? Who are we?
Cole mentioned the PSTV, so do you want to talk about that, Cosmic? I'm just not even gonna like bother trying to get a good like segue. Let's just fucking
Oh,
go
no,
into
it's
it,
cool,
man.
yeah.
We gotta get something going. We got
Step it up. Come on, we can do this. Come
so
on.
I was actually going to lead this into something that Jaxler was going to talk about, but because he got something new this week as well. But I got my PSTV finally, and it's been an interesting journey because this kind of started with the desire to run the third birthday on hardware. Which, don't ask me if I've started learning third birthday yet. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the PSTV.
Have you had your third birthday yet?
Yes, I've had my third birthday at
like
least
10 times over.
Nice.
Like,
Yes. So, but so I got the PSTV, and unbeknownst to me, I usually do better research than this when buying a new console, but it uses mostly proprietary hardware for
Right, yeah.
for storage, and even if you put like
Oh,
in
for
a
storage.
micro SD card
Oh.
to like for storage or anything like that. So the base PSTV's internal storage is 1 gigabyte.
That's it?
That's
Yeah.
a lot
How-
more
It's
than
just-
I expected, honestly. I was
It's
expecting
straight
like
up
200
a
megabytes.
gigabyte.
How
And
old
That's
is
a
this
lot.
thing?
I can't even
What's up?
imagine what this looks like.
How old is the PSTV?
It came out around the time of the Vita, so
Oh, God.
it can't be like
That's a lot of storage for
it's
that
probably
time.
no-
That's crazy. A whole
It's probably
game?
no more
Yeah,
than
I
like
guess.
no more than what, like 10 years old or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
you know, now that you put it in context, I sound really stupid.
Dude, that could
but-
like hold like a
But-
whole 15 minutes of one of our feeds from this podcast.
That's fair. You know what else you can't hold though is the entirety of the third birthday, because the third birthday is 1.13 gigabytes. So, but it can fit Vagrant Story, like 20 times, because all of Vagrant Story is like 64 megabytes.
Hey,
But anyway,
that's good.
yeah, that game is
So,
fucking small for a JRPG.
What the hell
but
is
anyway,
a PSTV? I don't like what is that?
I'll show you actually. Let me
Okay.
unplug it real quick.
Because
It
like,
just looks like
can't you
it's
just
like
like
a little
plug
hard
something
drive
into
you
it or
plug
whatever?
into the TV?
No, it is not. So it's basically
It's a TV.
home console version of a
Of the
PlayStation
Vita.
Vita.
Yes.
It looks like one of those the shitty Steam things that they sold, like the Steam Links or whatever. That's what it looks like.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, not
kind
the
of.
fucking Steam Link.
Yeah, it's kind of like a better version of this. It's actually a better version of the Steam Link because it connects right to the
Yeah,
PlayStation
it's-
Store, and then you
Actually,
fucking
Google
can
Vista,
download
that's what it was called. What's the fucking Google
Steam
console
Link, I
thing?
think, is what it was called. Yeah. But
No, not the
And you
Steam
can just
Link,
use
but the
you can just
Google
use like
one.
you can just use like a DualShock or something to control the game.
You can actually.
That's cool.
I can use like a DS4 with it, which is nice because I haven't
Yeah.
busted out one of my
Oh.
DS4s in a while. And the DS4 is definitely like one of my favorite controllers, ever.
The big thing too for to translate from Cosmic to English, the big thing that's really nice about it is that because it does HDMI out, you can basically stream and speedrun like PSP and PS Vita games like without having to like mod a handheld console to get like you would with a DS or a 3DS. So that's
Yeah,
like kind
you
of
can
why
just-
they're really nice, really important.
So can
Yeah,
you
so
like
you can
plug a
download.
PPP into it and then run it off, or like how are you gonna run the third birthday?
Well, you
since
would
it
just
can't hold it?
download the actual game onto the system
Yeah.
and then do it that way.
Yeah, but you just
So
said that it
if
doesn't have
you-
enough storage. So like, do you have to get a
Well,
PPP
so
and
basically
plug it
what you
in,
would
or-
do is you would get a proprietary memory card, so like one of the Sony branded like Vita memory cards,
Oh,
and then download it onto there. Fortunately for me, I got a 16 gigabyte one for the fraction of the price that it usually goes for, because my buddy said, "Oh yeah, all you need to do is get this adapter and then a micro SD card, and then you can plug it into the PSTV without needing to mod it, and it will just use that
Ooh.
for
Nice.
its storage." That was a lie.
Oh,
So I
not
bought
nice.
these two things.
I
bought these-
dope, and then it's all.
I bought these two things and I plugged it in and I was like, "Hey man, it's not using it." And he was like, and so I didn't read the fine print. This is on me again, and it was like, you have to actually mod the Vita with a certain program. It's probably not too difficult to actually set up, but like, it's not
It's
really
the fact
what
you
I
were lied
wanted
to is the problem.
I mean, he didn't know. He just assumed. So, because his Vita was already modded, so he just thought, oh, well, probably just having the
Oh,
SD
yeah.
card. Yeah. But I assume that he thought that he had needed to mod it to do other things. And that was it. Not to just use the internal storage, or a third party SD card as storage.
Gotta love
So-
Sony so much, dude.
So he said, "Hey, just swap out the adapter. Just give me the adapter, and I'll give you a 16 gigabyte Vita memory card." And I was like, "Baller, I'm
Fair
there."
enough, yeah.
So at the next fighting game session, we just swapped them out. So I was able to download Muramasa the Demon Blade and Third Birthday onto this, and then I was just like, "Cool, now I can play this." And then I played the first level of the Third Birthday, and I went, "Oh, that's cool," and then shut it off.
Yeah, and you've actually played the whole game, and you've actually been routing it like as we speak.
Well, it's already routed. Actually, it's just that I know that the runs that have been done on PSP/PSTV already are bad, and the ones
Right.
that are on emulator are good. So I'm like, oh, if I just do the emulator
Rare
strats on
statement to hear
hardware,
coming out of Cosmic's mouth.
what the?
That the emulator runs are good and the console runs are bad.
Well, I think he just
Yeah,
means
I
like
mean, it's-
skill issue.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm being annoying.
Well, I
True.
mean, typically it's the other way around, right? Because the people that have put a lot of the time into the game are typically on hardware, right?
Yeah.
And then people that are on emulator most of the time. Again, if you put a lot of time into a game on emulator, I'm not talking to you.
Unless you
back
play
up.
Super Mario 64, in which
But-
case you're a fucking pussy if you play on emulator.
Yeah, true. That's true.
You gotta
Yeah, and then
be-
you're a skillless hack.
Yeah, you have to play as God
There,
intended.
there
I don't
are a
like
couple
you.
of there are a couple of PlayStation games that are just like way more popular on like emulator though,
Yeah.
and I think that more so has to do with like the regionality of the runners for that game. I think a couple examples that come to mind are Medieval for PS1, which has a lot of European runners.
That makes sense.
Because of that, they tend to play it on emulator mostly. And then Kaya Dark Lineage as well is actually dominated by the French. Weirdly enough. And so, and there was literally like the two best runners in the world are French, and they raced the game at Speedrun earlier this year.
There's also I know Resident Evil Survivor was the same way for a while, that he mostly used MU.
Also, is it Speed On or Speed Dome or like what?
Speedrun.
Speed Dome.
Dome.
Okay, cool.
It's like cone, but with a D.
Yeah, because I
Speedrun.
remember KZ Fru saying that like a couple weeks ago, and I did not understand what the fuck he was saying. I'll be
Yeah,
so
no,
real.
it's Speed On.
If you're an American, it's Speed Dawns, but
Yeah,
it's
Speedon.
pronounced Speedon.
Oh,
or
okay.
something like
Speed
that.
On. Yeah.
It's pronounced speeding.
But basically, I got interested in this mostly because of the third birthday, and also kind of taking a trip down, like researching the PSP and PS Vita's libraries. I recently played the Black Rock Shooter game as well on PSP, and that is like a very weird sort of. It's like, I don't know. I see such DNA of like what like Honkai Star Rail would eventually become in that game.
I was not ready for you to say Honkai
It's
Star
so
Rail.
weird, dude, because
Let's
it's like
go.
the Punishing Gray Raven.
I love
it's such-
Honkai Star Rail.
Like
I played that game
you
for like a
fucking
week and a
run
half.
into, but also it has like the same thing with like, it's weird. Okay, so bear with me here. You run
Okay.
into enemies on the overmap, and it looks kind of like how gacha games do now.
W.
But also you run into enemies like for the random encounters like you would in Final Fantasy 13. When you get into the battle, you have a heat bar, and shooting or dodging will use heat. And the higher your heat bar is, the less shots that the Blackrock shooter fires from her gun. And it happens like the fights happen on this weird plane where when you dodge, you can just dodge like back and forth or whatever. So there's like 3 planes that you can work from. So to dodge enemy abilities, you have to do that. And it's like a weird isolated battle, but it's not turn-based, but it's also not ATV. It's fully real time. But also you can use skills that will freeze the battle for a second, and then you do your thing or whatever. It's a very cool game.
Interesting.
And it's pretty short. But it does lead me back to like
So
thinking.
I have a question.
There's what's up?
Who's your bias in Honkai Star Rail? The people need to know. Who's your waifu?
I don't play Honkai Star Rail.
Oh, okay.
so.
Well, Brian wasn't ready for the question.
I
That's
played
crazy.
I played it for like 30 minutes once.
Yeah, I played it for a week and a half.
Just
I
to
don't
see
know any of
what
the
it was.
characters, so you could have said anything
That's
and I would have
fair.
believed you. I would have just been like, yeah, it's a good choice, man.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Well, not that. I don't think
Edgar
so.
Star
Yeah.
Rail. So, but on the PSP, there's like a lot of JRPGs and some other stuff going on, and it led me to realize that like if I were to ever buy like a PSP straight up, I'm like, I don't know if this is worth it for me, because you know a lot of the way that I justify buying new consoles or buying some hardware is, generally speaking, like how much of like the me shit is on there. Like, you know, the PS2, pretty obviously, there's a lot of me shit
Yeah,
on
it's
there.
basically made for you, honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. And then the Xbone had a lot of stuff from like the OG Xbox era as well as the 360 on it. So like shit like Asura's Wrath, Otogi, Transformers Devastation is on there. So I justified it by that. But the PSP, I was like
Transformers,
looking
like
through
real Transformers, like Autobots roll.
yeah,
out
Transformers Devastation.
That's
yeah.
fire.
There's Transformers
Bros, like
Devastation had a
Transformers.
game on the PS3 originally, but you can also buy it on Xbone and PS4.
Station.
And it was made by the people that made Bayonetta.
Oh,
I've
It was
never
made
heard
by
of this
Platinum
game.
Games. It's really good. I would
yeah.
play
Isn't
it.
there
if you're a
also like
Transformers fan.
there's a Jack
am.
and Daxter series game on?
Dude, have you
I
played?
don't know if it's Vita or PSP. It's called Daxter.
What is it?
Uh,
Yeah,
and
Daxter is on
it's
PSP.
apparently
Yeah,
pretty
Mhm.
decent. much more.
And then there's
meat-forward.
also like Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3 is on there. And I've heard those are really good. I might play those because I did play Valkyria Chronicles 1 and 4.
Did you
And
play the
then,
greatest Transformers game of all time?
Which one? War for Cybertron?
Yeah, and Fall of Cybertron, both of them.
No, I didn't play those, but
Dude,
I did watch people run them a little
They're
bit.
so good, man. I've sank so many hours into both of those games.
I didn't know you were a Transformers fan.
Me?
For
yeah.
what it's worth, yeah, no, Nestani's a huge Transformers fan. He's brought it up before. For what it's worth, though, Devastation.
Transformers Prime,
Very
greatest
cool
show of all
game.
time. I might check this out.
I would check out Devastation if I were you. The speedrun is also pretty cool from what I've seen. Half Coordinated used to run it as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Since they also ran Vanquish, yeah. There's also a like Musu game on the PSP called Undead Knights. And imagine like the game Overlord combined with Dynasty Warriors, but like really edgy at the same time. So like the whole idea is that when you defeat warriors in Undead Knights, and all the characters are like really edgy. There's like a chick with a scythe. There's a dude with like an open V-cut button-up shirt that has double swords, and then just like a giant dude with a flaming sword or whatever.
And
like
they
a
all
giant
have six
dude in armor.
packs, and it's great.
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you can't really tell with the textures on the PSP, but I assume so.
You can imagine it though.
It's true. You could. And so
They
whenever
put,
you
like,
defeat
two
enemies in that
Why
blocks
does
game,
Cole
on
look
their
like he's?
stomach.
Why does Cole look like he's dreaming about the six packs?
No.
He's just like
He's actually just dreaming about
washboards.
Blood Thunder right now. It's been a couple weeks. I had to
my
bring
God.
it back up.
Yeah, we did have to bring it
yeah,
back up.
Yeah.
Sponsor
the
obligation.
royalties got to come
Sponsor
back.
obligation quarterly, you know, like
Dude, we're such fucking
So true.
sellouts. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Facts. So in Undead Knights, once you defeat enemies, they'll like turn into zombies, and then you can actually command those zombies to like help you complete objectives. But also, when it comes to defeating larger enemies on the battlefield, you have to send your zombies at them so that they'll actually like pull the enemy down closer to the ground into like a vulnerable state, so you can do tons of damage to them. It's a neat little game,
Interesting.
but I'm also like, it's one of those few like diamonds in the rough on the PSP, because I look through a lot of the PSP library and I'm like, this console was not meant for me, man. Like there's like
This console
5 or
is
6
not
games.
good.
Yeah. But then there's like the Third Birthday, you know, and Typo and Final Fantasy Typo, which that's on PS4 now,
Yeah.
so I can just play it on there. And the Third Birthday was directed by the same guy that directed Final Fantasy Typo.
Okay.
So it's a really cool game. I actually like finished it casually a couple of weeks ago.
It's like the third game in like the Parasite Eve.
Yeah,
kind of
Parasite
series,
Eve,
right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the story is abysmal. I'll just be straight up. You know, it is effectively like a character assassination. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
lie.
that's fucking awesome.
and people like blame Nomura for this, but Nomura didn't write that game. He just designed the characters like he usually does. It's this guy named Toriyama, not Akira. But it's this dude with the last name Toriyama who whenever dude gets his hands on writing a game about a woman, nobody's in for a good time, man. Like
That's tough.
yeah, but the gameplay for it's fire. And I don't know if it was a justified purchase, because this did cost a pretty penny, but I only bought it for as much as I did after losing like 4 consecutive bets on it in like 4 consecutive bids.
Yep, I love eBay.
yeah.
It's
So-
so
So
cool.
it's just like
I had
Fun.
to-
I love eBay. Yay.
Yeah,
I basically just,
yippee-yay.
some of it was on shopgoodwill.com, which if you haven't been to shopgoodwill.com, if Palmer
Hashtag
ever
ad.
finds this podcast,
Yeah, I was
he's
gonna say,
fucking, well, Palmer
is that how
Palmer actually
poverty your
put it on.
podcast is we're gonna get sponsored by Goodwill?
That would be
Yeah,
fire,
right.
though.
It
That
would be
actually kinda
fire.
fire, yeah.
Does
But no,
Goodwill
Palmer-
even sponsor anything?
I don't know.
Palmer a while ago shared the link to shopgoodwill.com. Now the caveat to shopgoodwill.com is that you cannot just straight up buy things on there. You have to bid. But the average like price on there compared to eBay is much lower for retro stuff. You're not going to find some more of the niche stuff, but like if somebody got a PSTV on there, they bid 2 more cents than me. They got it for $120. And that's like real. That's
2
like
cents.
50
What a bitch.
That's like $50 less or $60 less than you're gonna find it on eBay.
Elsewhere, yeah.
Yeah, so there's generally less bidders on there as well. So if you want to like go shopping for retro stuff, shopgoodwill.com is pretty dope. How is the shipping experience there? I don't know, because I've never won anything on there, because the people that are on there are ruthless, man. They're seasoned vets. Okay.
Fucking seasoned vet of the Goodwill game. That's crazy.
For real, yeah. It's kind of nuts. But it's interesting, and it's like, so I guess leading this into you, Jaxler, like, since you bought the Switch 2, how do you feel about like the price points so far? You know, because
there is like 3 games
I would
on
say that again, you know,
so
the price point needs to be justified by the library, and obviously it's a new console, so it's not a 1-to-1, but
right.
Yeah.
So I think part of the caveat before I even talk about that is just like the fact that a big factor behind the upgrade. Usually I don't like to adopt a console that early, like you said, because there's not a lot of like games and exclusive shit on there. But like the Switch, like the Switch 1 that I had, was I got that pretty much not like at release, but close. So I've had that shit since then, and it is like there are issues with it because of that. Just like physical mechanical issues with it. So like
you don't
part
have
of
to
the
justify your purchase. You could just buy one.
Well,
I was just making fun of you for no reason. I don't actually care.
No, that's no. Well, but like the reason I'm saying that is I probably wouldn't have made that purchase yet if it weren't for that factor, right?
Yeah.
Because like if we're gonna be honest here, like I hadn't. Like I mean, my Switch was mostly an engine for which to play Pokemon Unite, which is really depressing.
You're so grand.
But like even when I would play like other stuff on there, like I would play sometimes like, you know, a Breath of the Wild or like other games, like just like the kind of the with mine specifically, it just seemed like I was having like performance issues, and I was already having like issues with charging and other shit. So I'm just like, fuck it. This is like. The way I was considering it was like the same way I would like upgrade a part in my PC sort of thing, right? Where it's just like I just need new hardware for the stuff I was already playing on my Switch 1, right?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the way I view it a little more so. I would definitely like, I know it was a little bit of a leading question, Cosmic, but I would also kind of agree, at least at the price point it is right now, like. If you're getting the Switch 2 to play the new games, like you're kind of insane. If that makes sense. Like I haven't even I managed to find one of the ones bundled with the new Mario Kart game, so that helped a little bit. But it was just like even still, and I haven't even touched the new Mario Kart yet. I just haven't
because you
shouldn't
touch it. It should leave there dormant forever.
Damn.
Mario Kart isn't a good game.
Metal. But that's also because I've been messing around with another console thingy that I can go into a bit as well. But it's just like with the Switch 2 though, it's just like
it's just so expensive that you might as well just wait until the OLED and then buy the super expensive version.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like,
but
fuck it, man.
Well, for me, it's like I'm one of those people who almost never plays it in handheld mode. So like I can't really justify waiting around for like an OLED model because I almost never hold it up to my face just because, like,
I'm an iPad kid, that shit is always
because
on
my nearsighted. Because I'm nearsighted, so like I can like take off my. If I want to play my Switch, I basically have to take my glasses off if I'm holding it handheld, and I'm lazy, so I would rather just keep it docked.
Hey, fair enough.
Right, so it's like that's a big reason why I didn't bother upgrading, you know, to the OLED. Plus, I was like, well, the Switch 2 is gonna. I know there's probably gonna be a Switch 2, so it's like. I'm not gonna fucking.
And when I get the OLED too, I'll have like controllers like these out, like third-party controllers, so that I don't have to use the shitty ass. Yes, sir.
Well, that was the nice, and one of the things I was really happy about because it was a big reason why I like upgraded in the first place is the Switch 1 has like the rails that you like slot it in the place on, right?
Yep.
But on the Switch 2, it just awful, right?
Yeah.
So
the
now it's
definitely
just
elite. For sure.
The Snap is elite and it's way better and it has like a really like it's like it feels like a third trigger that you here I can actually grab it and show y'all.
Oh, he's grabbing it.
It's literally just sitting right
I never really had a problem with the rails, but I can understand people's frustration.
It's just the speed of which you have to dock it and undock it, and also when you have third-party controllers with the rails as well, it's really annoying. Like I can't
Exactly.
These are here for a reason, and I can pick because I can't put them on my Switch while it's docked.
Exactly, right? And so like
that's
because of the shape.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is because of the rail system, I would have issues with my Joy-Cons being able to charge consistently. And that was the other thing. So it's like even when my Switch was fine and able to play a game, I couldn't play the game because the damn controller wouldn't fucking charge after I let it sitting there overnight. But yeah, so there's like this little I have this little attachment on. It's like please put on your wrist strap to contain the hype. Type PM shit. But I just have this
condom on.
I have the condom on, right? And there's like this little trigger right here that you just pop, just like that, and it just feels like a way more like. Because I think the thing with the railing system is like you would hold down the button and then because it would slide, sometimes this like little peg thing might get like damaged by the sliding motion if you weren't super careful. So I kind of just like that the shit pops. And also these things are just bigger and so I can actually hold them. That's the other really nice thing. Is like it just
But unfortunately they're still Joy-Cons though, so they still suck. But
they still kind of suck.
At least they're a little better.
Dude, Joy-Con boys for life. Come on,
dude. Why do you think I bought this? It's just like a giant.
If anybody really knows the Joy-Con boys, if anybody was an original.
No.
The other really interesting thing too that I noticed is that like the little condom that each of the Joy-Cons comes with has these like little pads on the top and bottom. Because they have IR sensors on the Joy-Cons now. Because
for no reason.
For shit. Well, it's for Metroid Prime 4. That's what they're for.
Oh, okay.
So that you can play. So you can play it like it's for FPS. It's what it's for. Because like the thing of it is that like obviously for me, I like having like gaming is and like console collecting and stuff is kind of part of my hobby set. So like I have a lot of stuff, but a lot of this shit is designed in mind with people who will have and this isn't just like Nintendo and Switch, but it's also like PlayStation and Xbox to a degree where it's like that's your one major gaming console thing, and it's kind of built around that. Like certain things are built around that expectation, right? So it's like somebody's Switch 2 might be the machine for which they play Fortnite. Like as much as I don't want to admit that, that's probably true, or other type of shit, right? So it's like it might make a little more sense to have something like this for that particular type of user base, right? Even though for me, it might just be a Metroid Prime 4 thing when that comes out, right?
Yeah. If I'm ever playing Fortnite and somebody kills me playing on a Switch 2 with the goddamn mouse shit, I think I might just end it all, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you, bro.
Goddamn.
But that also kind of leads into my other point with the Switch 2, where like kind of what I was mentioning it with it being designed to be the primary console thingy, is that when I turn my Switch 2 on now, it turns my TV on like instantly and like switches the source over and just fucking pops in. And like it was really I think some of the PlayStation stuff might do that nowadays too. I wouldn't be shocked. But it was like
the original Switch did that as well.
No, mine did not.
Really? What about the Wii U? I feel like there was definitely a console that Nintendo had where it did that.
Bro desperately wants to bring up the Wii U so bad. It's crazy.
Please.
No, I swear to God, I remember that shit. I mean, yeah, the Wii U gamepad had the TV remote, but I swear there was like this thing where when you like turn it on, it just like switches on the TV automatically as well.
Unfortunately, I don't own a TV, so I have nothing to offer to this conversation.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
I don't know.
But
we can switch to another conversation.
But like the reason very funny. But
Banger.
like I don't know, like the reason I found it annoying though is because with the way my consoles are set up, because I don't just plan on using the Switch 2 as my only thing ever. I run everything through an HDMI switch, so I can pick which console I want on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then feed that into a splitter so I can have it on my
really
monitor. Right?
That sounds fun.
But the problem is that the Switch 2 does not play very well with that HDMI switch. So if I try to funnel it... Yeah, it's crazy, right? So I try to funnel that in there, and the quality goes to absolute fucking shit on whatever it projects out to, and no audio goes through it. So like my Switch 2 has to be like on its own independent line directly into whatever if I want to like play it or use it, and it's stupid.
It didn't
dumb,
even
and really
matter
annoying.
what chord it was. That's kind of crazy.
Didn't matter. Nope. Just because I think it was like in that mode where it was like, oh, I'm trying to find where the TV is, but then it gets split and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? So, but that doesn't explain the quality or audio loss. That's
Way
just
to go,
fucking.
I remember
Nintendo.
watching a video
Yeah.
on this. I don't remember.
There's probably some way to fix it, and I'm just complaining over a lack of research on
No,
my
I don't
end,
think you
but-
are. I'm pretty sure this is like a thing that has been going on that is not good.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
But it's also like it's not the end of the world because I don't plan on like really streaming anything on Switch 2. And so because of that, it's like I guess it doesn't really need to go through that feed because it splits between whatever monitor I'm playing on and the capture card.
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter if it's not feeding into that if I'm not planning on capturing. Right. So but anyway, that's kind of vibes and thoughts on Switch 2. So far on Switch 2 I've mostly just been playing Unite again because I've been having
Bro.
a little bit of well, it's not even just because of that, but it's just like this GDQ submissions just wrapped up. We can talk about that a bit later if we want, but like
Oh, yeah.
it is always the most stressful time of year for me, so I've just been trying to cope. That's probably why we got the trauma dump episode 2 episodes ago. But
enough.
that's neither here nor there. You see it. But yeah, so I guess the other reason I haven't really been messing with the Switch 2 is also because I've been messing around with my OG Xbox
There's
soft
3
modding a lot.
games on the console.
That's also true. Wait, what's the third one? Because there's
It's
DK
Mario
Bonanza,
and
Mario
Donkey
Kart.
Kong.
Yeah. What's the third one?
there's the thing that should have
Oh
been free.
yeah. The tutorial.
The Switch Welcome Tour?
Yeah.
Are we really
Yeah,
counting that?
That's the third game.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's
I
all.
think that's
all
really the
fluff.
reason why you're not playing it. You know.
Yeah. That is true.
If you're not going
I've also
Donkey
just
Kong
been
mode. Like what are you doing?
I've also just
you
been
know?
exhausted. But I've also just been but also just because like I got kind of wrapped up into been messing with the original Xbox stuff as well. Because I've been messing around with Whiplash a little bit.
You
So
whipping, we lashing.
in the process of getting ready for GDQ submissions, because I wanted to get Vex going, I figured out like how to soft mod my Xbox and also just kind of like save games to the hard drive, right? Because Vex's biggest obstacle for getting into events is its length. So it's like, let's try the OG Xbox version with these faster loads and see if that helps.
Yeah,
And
Vex
so
is just
I did
swinging. It's so long.
yeah, right. And so I managed to cut down my estimate with that a little bit. Not as much as I wanted, but that's another story. But I was like, oh, well, now that I realized that, okay, now that that's all over, I realized that I can finally test the thing with Whiplash that I wanted to test. And that has to do with a category in that game called all keycards. So the problem that I was experiencing was like I was trying to do like whatever the old ancient route was. But when I got to a certain point, a warp pipe took me somewhere completely different than it took this other person, this Rui guy who had done it years, like a decade ago, right?
Rui Hachimaru.
And so, exactly. And so I was like, okay, well, I've done everything possible to try to reproduce this, like down to the finest detail. Maybe it's this person was from England, so maybe because they're playing on the PAL version, it works differently. So what I did is with the power of hard drive loading, I can just get the files for the PAL version onto like an NTSC box, and it just works just fine. And so I boot it up, I go through everything, do the route, boom, trick works like it's supposed to, and I warp where I need to go. So now I can actually work on Whiplash again, which is really cool. But I'm
is
also
the PAL version faster in general, or is it like still slower?
No.
Like with like loads or whatever? 'Cause I know
well,
that's a common thing. Is that normally PAL is just
I
slower
don't know.
loads.
I haven't really noticed a difference all that much. I'll be completely honest, because a lot of times, like each loading screen kind of just takes a set amount of time,
Yeah.
depending on
I mean,
what it's loading
also
in.
it's the thing too where if, like the trick saves so much time, then it just doesn't matter, right?
The route's literally impossible without it,
Yeah.
essentially. And it has to do with basically what changed between NTSC and PAL is where like a save warp takes place, essentially, where you basically on the PAL version you get put where you needed to go, like in a playable area to progress. But on NTSC you get stuck in a pipe with 2 closed doors and you can't go anywhere. So it's like you get put in gay baby jail, essentially. and it's stupid and dumb and annoying. So
I'm
I don't
gonna
know
be
if
real,
it's
I came back in on Gay Baby Jail, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where I can't tell if it's the NTSC version that's the correct what it's supposed to do, and there's a PAL only bug, or the bug is NTSC only. You know, I don't know which way is which, but now I know that I have to play on the PAL version. So, yay!
At least it's not the PAL PS2, the greatest form
That
of
is
gaming.
true.
Ooh.
There are some games where PAL is faster though,
Yes.
like Silent Hill 3.
Silent Hill 3. There's a lot of PlayStation stuff.
Yeah, actually take a look here.
Like
Right,
Scooby Doo
not
Night of 100
speed
Frights.
running.
Nope.
That has PAL PS2 ever been the
PAL
fastest thing?
PS2 is the fastest way to play Scooby Doo
Dude,
Night of
you
100
guys-
Frights.
If y'all want to play that game, you gotta play it on PAL PS2. Trust me. Buy it now with
Oh,
your
it's the
money.
fastest on Kuon as well, apparently.
Are you never playing Kuon?
And that game's
Never playing
oh god,
Silent
Kuon's
Hill
also
3?
really expensive too. Jesus.
Yeah, Kuon's really expensive.
Speaking
Yeah.
of
really
Scooby Doo and PAL PS2 and Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo,
Yeah. Yeah.
Cole, Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm the Scooby guy.
PS2. Yep.
That's
And
It's
what's
the Scooby guy.
hosting?
Mr. Fright. Mr.
No.
Scooby.
So, you know, I'm gonna be real. I wish that when we were recording this, the date for the event was set in stone, but I am going to help host a Scooby Doo Night of 100 Frights speedrun tournament that we are doing for the meme category that's called all costumes, which is just getting like the 2 sneaking items in the game.
It's getting
which
all the
is-
drip in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. It's the lampshade and slippers and the Black Knight armor. So, you know, what you usually wear to work.
Right.
But
Like you
the
would know.
thing with this tournament is that anybody can play it because we've gotten rid of like all of the annoying tricks. So if you've ever been interested in the game, but you didn't want to do like creepy early or pause storage
Or any
or
of the cringe
head
tricks in the
gate
game.
clip or anything like that.
If you
then
didn't want to do
can
all the
just
cringe 90% of the stuff in the game, then you can play this category.
basically. Yeah, and so runs then people are usually getting around to like 15, 16 minute times, and it's going to be like a 1v1 situation. So there was actually a battle for Bikini Bottom. I'm gonna burp.
Okay.
It didn't happen.
Someone pat his back. There we go. Sorry, I kept saying pack. That's not the word pack.
Pack his ass. Yeah.
Back is back.
Fucking put him in a suitcase and put him in the fucking cargo.
But so BFPB did this like King Jellyfish tournament, and Mortal was in it. Who's he's like the world record holder of the Scooby shit, but he's done BFPB
Except for Hundo.
before, and so
And
except for
AMT.
Hundo and AMT.
Ooh.
But so he did that, and I watched it, and I was like, wow, this is really fun to watch. Except I could do it better. And so listen, and it was the people put it on. If you're watching, it was a great tournament. I loved it. But then Mortal and I were talking, and we were like, we should do this to Scooby. What category should we do? And it's like, well, you know, October's coming up. Let's do all costumes. And then
It should have been Dawn Knots. Should have been Dawn Knots.
It could have been that for that. Well, we didn't want to do anything too long. So
Dawn
I
Knots
think
is like 15 minutes.
no,
No,
I think Dawn Knots
it's
is
like
way longer than
20
that.
something. Because you
Yeah,
have
I
to
think
go
it's
to like Shipwreck or some shit. Like,
yeah, you gotta venture far and wide.
you have to
talk
go
that
places,
son of a gun.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I might be wrong. I've never done the category.
Dawn Knots is
before.
under 12 minutes. Oh, but Mortal used creepy early, probably like a fucking.
Yeah.
My former world
every single
record
category
from
extension has been creepy early on. Yes, you are correct.
Except there's a few actually. I just can't. Well, there's 2-player one controller.
Well,
that's
Mortals
obvious,
is
but
on
There's like a
Xbox,
few. There's
so.
a few.
Yeah, there's
But,
like 3.
Yeah, most of them it's creepy early.
Do you
but,
do
but
creepy
that's why.
early
So
in 300% or no?
yeah, I think
Creepy early and 300%?
Well-
No, I have 300% record.
Although now Mortal actually has gotten back into Hundo and is doing creepy early because it's surprisingly a lot faster to do fishy backwards, like way more than
Yeah, I mean
than
for sure.
I thought it was, but
yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna lose my Hundo record in like 2 months, and I'm never gonna get it back because I'm never playing that game again.
Fair.
Congratulations.
Oh, because Mortal's grinding it now.
Congratulations.
I mean, that's what he just said, so I was just announcing it to the public.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been warming back up into it. But yeah, so there's this tournament and anybody can join. The sign up, I'm hoping that by the time you watch this that the date will be specifically foretold. It's either going to be the weekend of the 18th and 19th or the 25th and the 26th of October, but it's probably just going to be one day. I doubt it's going to be both of those days. But we just have to, on the form, you can like put your availability. So, and the purpose of that is so then anybody who can sign up, we can just pick like the best date from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a when to meet type of thing.
Yeah. But there's already quite a few people that have signed up.
Cosmic's gonna join and play in the tournament, guys.
Cosmic is gonna decimate.
I can't even bring myself to play the games that I
Green
like
Suigi
right
has entered the all costumes
Dude, we should
tournament.
send this to Green Suigi. Where's
That would
GTM
be
at?
hype.
Let's send it to GTM.
Yeah,
right.
Cole, you got to do like a tradesies with GTM where you teach him all costumes and he teaches you 16 star.
Yeah, there
It's
you go.
free content.
Hashtag ad.
I feel like all costumes. I will teach him in 40 minutes, and then he will teach me 16 star for like
4 hours.
Yeah, like I feel like it's just night and day. But that's basically how it's gonna go, and I'm really excited for it because I have thought about doing a lot of like community events and things like that evolve around the Scooby game. But I hope that my video will come out this month and the Scooby tournament will happen. And then I'm basically like, there's only really 2 things left I want to do with that game right now. And then I'm done. Like I'm getting scooped out. Like I'm getting a little burnt from seeing this dog every day for the past like half a year. Because I had to like make the Nuzlocke mod. I had to do the Nuzlocke mod, and then I've been working on this video for so many months. So it'll be like a nice little big hurrah thing for this, and then I'm gonna move on until SGDQ submissions happen because I still plan on submitting that to the event in the summer. So
Guys, not to completely derail the
otherwise-
conversation, but my hair looks really good right now, and I just really
It does.
want to point it out. Yeah,
it does look really good. Yeah.
I was just looking at it. I was like,
Pretty
wait,
cool.
this is
Good
I'm
job.
having a good hair day. Anyway,
Yeah.
Mine doesn't. You can see my scalp pretty much.
I literally
Did
today
you
on
get
the
a
day
cut?
we were recording, I did get a haircut
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
I noticed that. I noticed that the moment I joined the call, but I was
Thank you.
I was cleaning my room, so
I didn't notice it.
I mean, it's not super obvious because I keep my hair short anyway, so it's like I don't blame you.
Should I get a
Yeah.
buzz cut?
No, you would. I'm sorry that you would
No,
not.
but you
look
should
over
go
that
bald.
buzz cut.
Like if you're gonna do a buzz cut, you might as well go bald. You know what I mean? Like why? Like you're almost there. Just go bald. Like bald
What do you mean
unironically,
I'm almost
bald.
there.
Bald looks better
talking
than buzz.
about?
Well, no, if you got a buzz cut, you're almost at bald.
oh.
Just go bald.
Cole,
'Cause
your
bald
hair
looks-
looks good. Like
Well,
it,
that too,
like-
but like also like if I'm just saying, if you're gonna do a buzz cut, just go bald and start from bald because bald is better than buzz cut. IMO.
Maybe.
Bald people
I
look
don't
better
know.
than buzz cut
I
people.
feel like-
okay.
I feel like I'm gonna know.
Cosmic,
like,
you're halfway there. What do you think about that?
I feel like if I went bald, wow, man, he's still not talking. I was waiting
I mean,
for.
I don't blame him. This is like the
Um,
71st time I've ran this bit.
This is true.
Dude, honestly, guys,
So,
I just have to say,
Is
fuck
the bit
Cosmic's
stale?
drink.
Why?
What? He's got a
Get it?
pinky drinkity.
Get it, guys? Fuck his
Drinkity,
drink.
drinkity. Whoa.
What are you talking
Fuck
about?
ice? Anyone? No, just me. I'm the only one getting that.
I thought.
That's crazy.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Oh, you're talking about the.
I see what you did there.
Holiday.
yeah.
Yes, you're talking about modern.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
Don't.
fair. Yeah.
It was
Now,
fire.
now we're back.
You gotta
Don't
give
call
me
this
that one.
politics.
Now I understand. The gears are turning.
Yeah.
I understand.
I was gonna say
So,
something and now I completely forgot.
Here's what I will say about bald versus hair is that I dislike the idea that men have to go either one way or the other, like from one extreme to another. Like you can just have like a bald spot or something and rock it. Like one thing that people will not tell you how to do is rock what you have. They'll just be like, "Oh, well, this works for most people, so maybe you should just do that." Like, I don't know, man. I don't have the greatest hairline in the world, but like nobody even fucking notices that I have like a bald spot back here because they're seeing me from the front. Like nobody fucking gives
True.
a shit,
And you have facial hair, so.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The facial hair does make up for it.
Yeah, if I had
Kind
like
of.
nothing here, then it'd probably look a
It would
lot
be
worse.
cooked.
But
Yeah. But luckily you have
Yeah.
makeup on, so it's good.
I don't have makeup on though.
Yeah, you do. Facial hair is
Oh.
makeup for men. Even though men can also just wear makeup, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What to say is,
Well,
what?
that's what I was saying because that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't have makeup on though. Like,
Yeah, but you.
But I
you
guess if
have
we're gonna classify hair as makeup, then sure.
facial hair specifically, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
facial hair.
reverse makeup because you have to actively choose not like if you don't want
Choose
it,
to
then you
not
have to
do anything,
actively make
yeah.
a choice to get rid of it.
What's up with the
Yeah.
big brain moments lately, Jax? You were talking about flirting on Blue Sky, and that kind of just blew my mind.
Flirting? What do you mean?
Yeah,
Hold on.
You were saying that flirting is just like fucking RNG manip or something.
Didn't that?
For
No,
like
I
0
said
likes?
or was it
No, it's
Or
the
was it?
the
I
post was
misquoted.
is foreplay just
or
RNG in it
foreplay?
for sex.
Foreplay. Yeah, they both start with that.
Foreplay and
Sorry.
flirting are like worlds apart.
I know. I'm sorry. I just forgot what the word was. I don't remember.
So,
quotes.
Yo,
I have
Chad,
a
this
question.
guy's a fucking virgin.
Hey, whoa.
So here's
whoa,
my question
whoa,
to
whoa.
you, Jaxler: is what RNG are you hoping to manipulate with foreplay?
Well, he's hoping to.
That's why I'm
manipulate women.
asking. That's why I'm asking the question. I don't know.
I don't really know. I feel
I don't know
like
if it's like a loot table drop system sort of thing, or like I don't know, like a fucking. I don't know if it's an AI manip. I don't know if it's like a fucking.
That's why I wish
I
there
don't
were
know.
save states, man.
I'm
That
gonna
make life
say
so
no.
much easier if there
Just
were
like
save
put a save state pre-climax and then you just run it back over.
It didn't go like this in practice, let me tell you.
states. Yeah, let's try that again.
This is the first time I
and then
messed
you
this
save,
up.
and then you save over, and you're like, "Fuck! Damn it!" Yeah,
I
Damn,
have to go
first
all
try.
the way back to the beginning
All right.
and start over again.
yeah.
I gotta get my sun pixels lined back up.
I think if I ever went completely bald, though, I would just full on go beard mode. Like I try and look like what's his
Fucking
name,
Gimmer?
Kratos. I'd go Kratos. Yeah.
That would be
Well, that is
nice.
what a lot of people also tell men to do is like, oh, if you're gonna go bald, then you should just get a beard. And it's like, I don't know, man. Not everybody looks good.
You
with
should
a
just
beard
go full
either.
like aerodynamic, like just lose all potential.
Yeah.
Extra,
Well, I mean,
like,
True.
Mike
drag,
Wade
you know?
looks great, and he doesn't have either of those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
He,
Slime
yeah,
also
he
doesn't have
shaved-
facial hair either.
Yeah.
yeah, well, but like Slime's head is like shaped funny. Like that's the problem with some people
Oh.
being bald. Is like some people's like head contours
Ouch.
just don't make it happen, you know, and like the hair kind of masks that. Like if I went bald, like I just feel like my head shape would be strange and unusual, and I wouldn't make it happen.
That is
you know?
kind of a fear of mine that I feel like if I shaved my head, I'd look like freaking I don't know. I feel like I'd look like a xenomorph or something. You know what I mean? Like kind of a little, or like an egghead.
Jesus.
I feel like that would look good.
I'd be a little concerned.
That's fair.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that in somebody.
I wonder what I have a. You know
I'm
what's crazy is I
I think
know.
so.
I'm confident
I think-
in my parents. Apparently, I'm
I
the only
think I
one.
think part of it is as part of like a something I did in high school is like a swim team spirit thing. We like every season before the big meet, we would all because most of us were
Big
all
meet.
white people. We would bleach
W.
our hair blonde and then shave it off
White people.
to like
Oh
a
yeah,
really
that's
low
yeah.
buzz cut
my
essentially.
team did that. Yeah.
And so it obviously it wasn't bald, but it was like extremely short. So that kind of revealed the situation I had going on underneath to a degree. And I was like, well, this is an avenue I wish to not continue down in the future. Right. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's also just I got dropped on my head as a kid and no one told me. I don't
Ouch.
know.
Could have
Without
been.
with
Possible.
with all
I wonder how
likelihood,
often that happens.
more
Yeah.
than you think.
Once or twice a year.
You said that one of the weekends for the Scooby tournament was what, the 25th and the 26th?
Yeah, that's the weekend
Yeah.
before Halloween.
Well, I hope it's not that weekend because that would be breaking the habit,
Ooh.
which is the charity marathon. That is the charity marathon for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, which I also got into.
Oh.
It's also the
with
Lincoln
Van
Park.
Are you on
Helsing.
staff for that, or do you just like run in a
No,
lot?
I just
Okay.
I just submit. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I submitted I actually submitted probably the strongest lineup of games that I have for like any marathon. Let me go and grab it real quick. Because I submitted Van Helsing, I submitted 10,000 Bullets, The Bouncer, Devil May Cry 4, and Vanquish. So that was like the 5 submissions that I got up there, which is like if I did, I had already run Gungrave and DMC5 there, so I couldn't resubmit those.
Yeah.
That's like the strongest line of submissions that I probably could have given them. They didn't take me for DMC4. They took somebody else. I assume because that. No, so
No?
they took Dan Spence for DMC3 and then they took Ish for DMC4.
Oh, okay.
And I assume that they wanted us both in the marathon because Ish's time is like 20 minutes slower than mine, but it's also
Yeah.
the only thing that he submitted.
That makes sense.
So they probably wanted DMC4 as well as something that I submitted, like, you know, I guess Van Helsing in this case. So it just makes more sense to take, you know, 2 people for 2 games instead of 1 person for 2 things. Give more people a shot in the marathon, you know.
W.
So there's that, and I need to just apparently go back and grind that game and the well, I guess just practice it again, which won't take very long. But I did actually do research for commentary recently by watching the movie again for the first time in like 15 years. So, like, I sat there on Sunday and it was like after I got home from the fighting game local, which I could probably talk about pretty quickly, which was because it was a good tournament. I had a lot of good progress for my buddy Death by Poke. But it was a Soul Calibur 6 tournament.
Soul Calibur.
But I was like sitting there after the tournament watching Van Helsing, and I was like, I'm practicing right now because I'm like noting plot details, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's so like in the game you get a minigun at the
This
very
is foreplay
end,
for my run.
right? It's true.
So
So
addicted to foreplay. That's crazy.
in the
I'm not
game,
addicted to foreplay.
in the game, you get a minigun near like the end of the game, but he never gets it in the movie. And there's a point in the beginning of the movie where like he's talking to the monks and the friars or whatever that design all the weaponry and stuff. And he and this guy are having a conversation, and they're talking about like the different weapons he could get. And then a minigun goes off behind them, and Van Helsing goes, "Why can't I ever get one of those?" And I'm like, well, in the game you do, Van Helsing. He also basically never uses his pistols. Past a point, he's just like turning into a werewolf and just killing everything. And I'm just like, okay, awesome. I also learned random trivia because one of the coolest things about Prime Video is that you can just learn random trivia about stuff during the movie. And one of them was the woman that was the co-star. I'm totally blanking on her name.
Christina
right now.
Aguilera.
You're being a me right now,
No.
dude.
Not Christina Aguilera.
Natalie Portman.
Raven
I'm gonna
Simone.
remember it. It's not
Name
Raven
100
Simone.
women challenge.
Ah, shit! Not this bit again.
Kate Beckinsale. That's who it is.
Guys,
So
next
Kate
week on the
Beckinsale.
podcast, we're gonna do Name 100 Women Challenge, and we're gonna go in a round robin.
I'm down with it. Yeah, I'm down with it, dude. I'm so
First
ready.
one to
actually,
first one to fail. What happened?
We blow up
I'm
your house.
so ready, bro.
Oh shit!
I'm
But
not agreeing to that.
Oh,
it was Kate Beckinsale, and apparently she hated wearing the corset that she had to wear throughout the filming of that movie, like so much that like during interviews or something, she said like she just wanted to burn it all by the end. And I was like, fair enough, honestly, because that shit was like huge and elaborate. So I could see that having to wear that all the time. You just
yeah, and you're just
Oh,
like in
like,
a
fuck
full
that,
fucking
dude.
sweat, and it's just like, ugh. And then
Yep.
the next day you have to put back on the sweaty corset, and it's cooked.
Yep.
It's cooked.
Yep. But I don't know who I'm gonna get for commentary because I don't know if I want to try a different angle with the commentary that I did than SGDQ, because the chemistry that I had with PMC and Asuka, that was very much like a run that was like a little bit of like lightning in a bottle, because there were just some moments that you cannot recreate organically.
Yeah.
You know? Like the whole moment with like, oh, what's that do? Oh, what's that do? And shit like that. Like, you can only do those bits once, and and then not
Then
have
it
them
becomes
fall
a little
flat.
forced. Yeah.
It's sort of like how, you know, you have to let that sit for like another 5 years before it can come back. It's sort of how like the control bit where there's the false ending happens.
Yeah.
And runners try to do this for control in like every marathon run for the game,
It's
and it
just a
just
little.
doesn't. It's just
It
like,
was only good the first time. Yeah.
we got it, bro. Like, there's a different way you can sell this. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. But that happens on the 25th through the 26th. There's a pretty good amount of runs in there. There's some pretty cool ones in there. Myself, I'm in it. Spence Speedruns is in it. Ish is in it. Marforia's doing a run as well.
Yeah.
Who else is
I
on there?
will say very
They got
fascinating
they got
choice
Zeke in
for
there.
an opener. The opener, of course, the opening run being Hello Kitty Roller Rescue.
Roller Rescue.
W.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a banger.
Linkameister. Yeah.
So
You don't want to start runs with Hello Kitty? Like,
Dude.
come on, bro. We're going
here's
kitty
here's
mode on
the
these
deal.
hoes, and we're saying hi to them.
I'm trying to be careful with how I put this because a dear
God.
friend of mine, Sega Star, runs this game and also ran this at the most recent GDQ.
Are you racist
And I was
against
on
Hello
couch
Kitty?
for no. And so he was on GDQ. I was on couch for this as well, right? Very silly time, fun time. You should not have that up as the opener. This should like Hello Kitty Roller Rescue is like the quintessential 5 a.m. everybody is going insane run. That's where it hits.
I mean, to be fair, it's at like 10 a.m., which is like basically
Yeah.
5 a.m. for most speedrunners anyway.
That is
So,
true. That
I
is
got
true.
you there. You get torched, bro.
yeah.
But it's just like
Because
it's just such a strange vibe to open up a marathon, you know? It's
The thing is,
I don't
too,
know.
is that they
I
don't
respect it, but it's
have
also like, damn.
they don't have overnight runs. Is the thing.
Right.
So
That is true.
everything wraps up at like 11:50 or whatever, or before midnight.
Yeah.
But they also have like Clock Tower 3 is in here, Silent Hill F, Yakuza Kiwami 2,
There's a lot of good horror shit in here.
Chrono Trigger. So Matt and I are doing the licensed PS2 game set where I'm running Van Helsing and then he's doing Blade 2. And then Plywood rounds it out with Space Jam: A New Legacy,
Nice.
the game. So that's like 6th gen licensed crap, I guess.
Dude, we could have Scooby Doo.
they also have, like-
in there. Colson in it too.
Oh,
They also have like Manifold Garden, Haunting Ground. They took, so the second to last run on the schedule is my homie Fiery running Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City.
Oh,
And
God.
that is going to be hilarious because they took any % professional. So he didn't notice that they took any % professional. Mind you, Fiery put these in like 5 minutes to midnight, or 5 minutes to, 5 minutes to
Nice.
midnight or whatever. You got
Isn't
it.
that the band song?
That's
Or
a
the
Linkin Park,
Linkin Park album.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
it's
we
a
Minutes
go.
to
Linkin Park
Midnight?
album.
Minutes to midnight. There we go.
he-
Yeah, I got there.
yeah, he
I
put it
knew-
in, like,
I knew
5
it was
minutes to
something,
midnight.
and I was just like, okay.
If you look at his submissions, let me actually find his submission for Devil May Cry.
That's the one with like
Because that
iridescent
was
on it,
like
right?
probably the funniest one. Oh yeah, his description is wacky wahoo pizza man goes fast and hydrates his enemies. That's just the whole description.
Isn't that just Pizza Tower?
for that? I mean, yeah, technically, I guess. Technically. But there's a lot of good stuff on this. And it's a great charity that they are doing this for. So I encourage people to watch. Everything begins at 10 a.m. Eastern on October 25th. And it lasts the
Do
whole
they have
weekend.
their own
So-
channel?
Yeah, they do. It's just called let me take a look here. BTH Charity is the
BTH
Twitch channel.
charity. And when's your run? Sorry, I know you probably just said it, but I
It
didn't
will.
hear it. So.
I didn't actually. So you're
Okay,
good.
sick. Let's go.
My
I was listening.
run will be at 2:06 Eastern on Sunday, October 26th.
So in 2 days,
Sunday.
ladies and gentlemen, 2 days. Wait,
Sunday.
no, in 2
Sunday.
weeks.
No,
So
2
long
weeks.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
days,
sorry.
2
I
weeks,
for some reason
25.
I thought it was this. It's not. Yeah, he said
That's
26, and
crazy,
I
bro.
I said the
30
sentence as
seconds.
soon
That's
as I registered the word 26, and then or the number 20.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop
Yep.
talking now.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's all good,
Yeah.
G. It's all good.
I'm proud of you. This is character development.
Okay, now I'm going to
He's a
keep
can
talking
of
because
that.
Jaxler pissed me off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to yap about nothing. Guys, I have a fan back.
Real.
Okay, no, anyway, Cole,
Damn. What?
let's unleash the beast. Go ahead. You've been bottling up this YouTube copyright thing. Just go ahead, launch.
You really want
just
to talk
fucking
about this, man? I'm
bathe them
cold.
in the fire. Release
I
your
can talk
anger.
about the Capcom stuff, the Capcom Cup stuff, actually, instead.
I want to hear him get mad.
Wanna do
Go
it.
ahead.
Okay,
Why do you
yeah,
want
that's
to be
fair.
mad? I thought
It's-
friends were
it's your-
supposed to
it's your
keep each
turn.
other
Why
happy.
do you have to be met?
It's your turn. Go.
It is
podcast
only
mode.
game.
Poking the bear?
Yeah, go
Fine.
podcast mode.
All right,
Go ahead.
listen,
You got
listen,
it.
guys.
Yeah, because literally when we were getting set up, you were like putting away like a pole for a green screen
True.
thingy.
Yeah.
At least that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Cole
So it's
putting away
like-
the pole.
Wait, what does
Putting
that
away
have to do
the
with the? What does that have to do with the copyright thing?
Well, what's content? I don't know. You should tell me. This is your part.
I
Bro's just
you know,
yapping
should I
about
call
nothing.
this
It's
a
crazy.
podcast? All right,
Yeah.
all right. Listen, guys.
What? Oh man, I'm not allowed to just sit here and like not like
No,
pay
that's what I
attention.
want to do, bro. Dude, I looked at the Goodwill. I looked at the Goodwill website for hella long. This podcast.
I'm not
and I
allowed
had
to sit
stop.
here and like suck my own thumb and like think
don't
about how
suck
lonely
my
I am.
thumb.
Like
I
man,
beat
like
that habit
Do you
like
suck
a year
anybody
ago,
else's
man.
thumb?
Says the guy and then this guy's pulling out his fucking folding phone. Goddamn origami Samsung here. All right.
good one.
All right, all right, so here's the thing, guys. If anybody has streamed on YouTube before, actually, if anybody's ever done anything on YouTube before, you've probably been copyright claimed. All right, you get a little.
True.
I get an email for some fucking reason,
Hmm.
and it's like,
You have email
on your
notifications
recent
turned on.
video, you are
Get
revenue
emails, bro.
sharing. I don't know, man. I just get the Gmail notif, and I'm like, ugh. Every time I get anytime I get a notification from Gmail, it's never a good thing. It's never a good thing.
I agree with that
So I get-
because it's just work emails for me. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get an email and it's like, so and so has claimed revenue on your video. And then you go and you look and usually it's the Scooby Doo intro because you accidentally let the fucking title screen play on Scooby Doo 900 Frights, and that's a copyrighted music. So then you have to go and you just trim up the fucking VOD or video or whatever.
Where are
Yeah.
you?
And then you're done, which is weird.
I had a
So
chance
this
so we
is
didn't get
okay.
copyright struck.
You know, what? I'm not gonna. Right.
he
Good.
was about
Good
to
job.
get so mad in 2 seconds. He reeled it
Yeah.
back.
Well, it's because I was about to explain this. One thing at a time. So I do this fucking months ago. I did this stream because I was like, you know what? I'll try to stream it. If nobody cares, then whatever. And I did this emote making stream because I like to draw and I don't get to do it that much. So I did a stream where I basically drew new emotes, and it didn't do that well. So I was like, well, I'm never doing that again. And then a few months happened. Like this happened like a few weeks or a week ago. And I get this email and it says, at the gym. I'm like on the treadmill and I'm like, I just got a fucking revenue sharing email. I didn't even, usually it happens right after I stream and I write when I'm done, but it didn't. And so then I was like, what is this for? And it was for the emote stream. And I was like, what song claimed my shit? And because during that stream, I got this playlist that plays like video game music. And you know, most video game music, my rule is that if there's a video game soundtrack that's on Spotify, you don't use it. But if it's not on Spotify, it's free game, you can use it in videos. That's kind of like the implied meta I've been taught, right?
Sure.
So I had this playlist of all this like video game music that every YouTuber uses, and I had some Wii Fit music in there. And I had to get a lot of Wii Fit music because I made this fucking video about it, and I wanted to use Wii Fit music in it. So I was like, it says WF training on it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I look and listen, I'm sorry to make you do this, Nestani, in the future, but please put up the fucking image that this song is. All right. I'm going to resend it to you guys in case you forgot what it looked like. But it's essentially just like somebody took the Wii Fit Plaza music and they just made it sound worse. Like they like compressed it, and then they are speaking a language that I do not understand. and they called it their own song.
I mean,
and
hey, they're
that's
not
it.
wrong.
What is that? What?
Nice. Great thumbnail, first of all. I just want to say.
I know
is this
that's what I'm saying.
W thumbnail.
Imagine seeing that, the first thing you see when you go into YouTube Studio and you're like, who has claimed my video?
Who's this woman looking at me?
I don't know. I don't know. And so I'm like, and when I heard the song, I was just like, this is fucking bullshit. This is not they literally claimed a song. Now listen, let's be very clear here. It's not my song either. Okay. Like you could Nintendo, if it was Nintendo, that is something I would expect. But this guy from like Latvia or wherever, or fucking, like, I don't
like a slur. That's crazy.
Like,
This guy from Latvia.
Stomping Koopas. Latvia.
Dude, like, who the fuck
Crazy
is this
word.
guy claiming my goddamn video? And so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Nobody gives a shit about this stream. I'm pissed, but I'll just live with it, okay? And I even was so mad, I typed in like our group chat thing, and Cosmic was like, "Get over it, pussy." And I was like, "Fuck you." I'm still mad about it.
You know what's bad when it's
And I
Cosmic
was-
and not Nestani saying that specific series of words.
I know,
Like, that's how
I
you
know.
know you're really
Dude,
I didn't
pussying
even
it up.
say it
Because
like
here's the
that.
thing.
I felt,
So this
I
is-
felt as though I said it a little nicer than that.
No, you did. You did.
But I did come in after and say basically stop being a pussy though.
Yeah.
So,
Pussy. Yeah.
yeah.
But well, here's the dumber thing: is that you can fight a YouTube claim, but its options are stupid. So
Yeah.
the first option is like, you
I
own the
this.
song. Yeah. The second thing is fair use. The third thing is like, I don't even remember, but none of them said this isn't even their song.
Yeah,
Like
that's
they
not
don't
an
even
option.
own it. Like there's not an option to say like they're wrong. This isn't their song.
There's no
And
false
so-
copyright
yeah.
claim option, basically. when
No.
there should be.
And so I did this very impromptu, random, the longest I've ever streamed. It was like a 13-hour stream in total, where I made a custom Scooby level, right?
Hashtag
And
ad.
it's actually it was a very interesting time for me. It didn't do that well, which I'm like, whatever. I just wanted to try it.
I got like 5,000
but-
channel points that day. That was pretty good.
Yeah, you probably everybody got a lot. Of shit.
BTS spam, baby. We're here.
So then it got claimed again with two songs, and they were both Wii Fit. One was Tilt City, which is the game where it's like you're in a nighttime cityscape and you have to tilt to roll balls.
Yeah, you're tilted at the towers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
and
is
he's
tilted towers, kind of. And I was tilted, but I was, and so then so that was the first one that came, that first revenue share. And I was like, fuck it, dude. It was just like sometime in the middle of the VOD. Nobody's gonna fucking watch that part of the VOD. Everybody skips to the end. Everyone wants to skip to the end to see what the fucking level looks like. Who cares? So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll cut it. And then I was an idiot and I forgot to get rid of the Wii Fit Plaza music in this stream playlist I have. And this playlist is playing on repeat. So it played like 4 fucking times. And then they claimed every single one of those instances. And I was like, I'm not letting this fucking random ass woman like take my fucking shit. Like I know I'm only gonna get like a few bucks from like 13 hours of work. But like, Jesus Christ, give me at least a Washington, man. Like I deserve $1. Like I'm gonna fight for this $1. And so I researched. I was like, how do I what do I do? What do I do this? How do other people solve it? And so here's the fucking crazy part. So
They don't.
essentially, so this actually happened to
I'm gonna fight
other
for this
people. Like
dollar. Banger.
this happened to Mortal when he uploaded he made a video in Scooby where he tried to beat the entire game with only the single jump, right? And I remember he was very annoyed that he wanted to use the Gerudo Valley theme in the video, and he like timed out all his shots so it would work, and then it got fucking claimed because some bitch made a fucking cover, and then they got into overdrive, and so then they could claim it. So we had to find a different song. And so I found out that what people can do is they can go to these fucking like websites where they can post their music to these like publishers, and then these publishers just go fucking nuts and they do everything rest for them. So like, I don't even know why people post their music to these sites, because I've never heard of them in my life. Like at least like literally you are giving your music to people for no reason. Like you are wasting your time creating music just to put it on these sites. Like, it is actually baffling. So they put your music on all these topic YouTube channels, and it's almost like they know what they're doing and are hoping that eventually something will slip through the cracks, and then they'll be like, "Ooh, free revenue, yummy, yummy, yummy. We own the music in your video." And so, like, I looked up the publisher, and the second thing I looked up on Google was a Reddit post saying, "Fuck this company, shit is ass." Like, basically, it was that title. And so I was like, I know I'm dealing with fucking slop, and I'm going to fucking fight it. And so I literally fought AI slop with AI slop, because I went to ChatGPT and I was like, maybe I'll ask this fucking thing what to do. And so I looked it up, and it was, because here's the thing is that I was like, okay, well, there's no option for what I want to actually claim this as. Because if I do fair use, then that is me admitting that I used the song, which is not fucking true.
Which is not true, yeah.
So I decided, I was like, you know what? I doubt I'll get in fucking trouble for this. I'm just going to say it was mine, but then in the notes, explain the situation in full detail. Not that I feel like anything would legally really happen anyway. But so I did that, and I wrote this whole thing with very precise wording where I was like, this shit ain't yours. This shit ain't mine either, but we don't have to talk about that. But this shit ain't yours. Fucking stop.
And then the YouTube
and so
AI said, Lamau.
So I sent it, and then I was like a little worried, and some of my friends were telling me, they were like, dude, you'll probably hear back from them in the month and nothing will happen. And I'm like, okay. The next day, I get an email, and it says, your revenue is back. I fucking won.
Oh, he won.
The next goddamn day.
Let's go.
The fucking true ending.
Out. It's fucking crazy. It's like slop, no slop, baby. Like, they knew to get the fuck out of here. And so I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to earn $5 from this 12-hour stream. I can't wait. Yes.
So I can buy another one of those stupid fucking drink cooler things that looks like some pink shit.
True.
I can buy Daddy Sippy Cup Koozie again. But
you can't even buy it twice, dude.
Honestly, I think the most surprising part about this is the fact that YouTube actually did something.
I know. I know.
That is true, yeah.
It's crazy. So now the VOD is totally fine, except in an ironic twist. I actually haven't checked in a while, but when I checked the day that it happened, like hours after it happened, that fucking album cover is still in my goddamn description. Like, that's the song is still claimed, but it's not. Like, I am getting the money.
That's
it says in
funny.
YouTube Studio, like, this shit is fine. But in the description, you'll still see the fucking person in front
That's
of
fine. No one opens
random
the
ass
description
painting.
anyway.
So it's like I'm
That's
fucking
true.
Harry Potter here, where it's like they've tried to fucking use Avada Kedavra on me, and the scar, that's the fucking scar. Like, that's the remnant of this.
A
battle that I
40-year-old
fought.
Latvian lady has been like
Yeah.
branded onto your forehead.
Listen, if anybody from Latvia is watching, I'm sorry. I've never been to your country. I've never been to Europe. I'm sure it's a great place.
I've never
I'm
been to
sure-
your continent, bro.
I've never been to your continent. I've never been to your hemisphere. Let me
I've
just
never
say,
been anywhere near your ass. I'm away.
I have never.
I
I'm
never
sure
go
that
over
it's
there.
fine though. Listen, after this, I'll
My
look on
ass
Google
has
Maps.
not been to the old world.
Yeah, I have not, like, none of that shit. So I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Worldwide could not be me.
But I really don't know what language they're speaking, because for a second I was like, is it Spanish? And then I was like,
No.
well, no, I don't think so. But that's my whole YouTube story thing. So now I'm just saying no more We Fit music in my goddamn shit, because that's the only thing that ever gets claimed like that. So I'm just done. I'm done.
I mean, to be
with
fair, that music's probably like not that good anyway. So
I love the Wii Fit soundtrack, dude. That has got to be one of my top 5 video game soundtracks of all time. I'm not even joking. That shit is awesome. I made a whole Wii Fit video, and I'm still not sick of the music. I should be disgusted with the music, but I'm not, because it's great.
I'm disgusted
but
with
anyway.
you. That's gonna be
I've
the end of the
been
podcast.
Yep. It's over.
Goodbye, everyone.
Get
Does anyone
up,
have
go
any
home.
shout out? Cosmic has a marathon in 2 weeks.
But we
Cole
spent, like,
has
part of the
a video
episode
going up between next week and next year.
What?
Jaxler. And then I'm
I'll be streaming. I'm streaming Whiplash. probably.
goodbye.